Throughout history, humanity has been plagued by wars and conflicts, from the World Wars to the Cold War, from the Middle East crises to the current conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza. In the face of this, Pope Francis has emerged as a powerful advocate for peace, urging world leaders to end war and embrace diplomacy. His message echoes the teachings of Jesus Christ, who commanded his followers to be peacemakers. But how does Pope Francis's stance compare to historical events, Christian teachings, and the Bible itself? Stay with us as we uncover the biblical foundation, historical context, and urgent call for peace. In recent years, Pope Francis has condemned wars in Ukraine, calling for an end to bloodshed and international mediation, Gaza and the Middle East, urging for a ceasefire and humanitarian aid, Africa and other war-torn nations advocating for peace-building initiatives. His words remind us of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, which prophesies a future of peace. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation, nor will they train for war anymore. Francis has called war a failure of humanity, stating, "War is not the solution, war is a defeat. Every war leaves the world worse than it found it. But history has shown us that peace is not easily achieved. It takes courage, sacrifice, and faith." Throughout history, wars have shaped the world. The world wars led to the creation of the United Nations, emphasizing diplomacy. The Cold War taught us that dialogue can prevent destruction. The Civil Rights Movement, led by Christian leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., proved that peaceful resistance can change societies. Even within the Catholic Church, past popes have played key roles in diplomacy. Pope John XXIII helped defuse the Cuban Missile Crisis through secret Vatican diplomacy. Pope John Paul II played a crucial role in ending communism in Eastern Europe. These historical moments show that peace is possible, but it takes faith and action. This aligns with Romans chapter 12, verse 18, which says, "If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone." Pope Francis has personally engaged with global leaders, urging them to end violent conflicts through dialogue, provide humanitarian aid to war victims, and promote reconciliation instead of revenge. His approach is deeply rooted in Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Like Jesus Christ, who sought peace even in the face of Roman oppression, Pope Francis believes that war only breeds more violence and suffering. His statements often reference the Good Samaritan, reminding the world that we are called to show compassion, even to those we may see as enemies. This aligns with Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7. "When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, he causes their enemies to make peace with them." Francis has also warned about the arms industry, saying, "How can we speak of peace while manufacturing weapons? Wars are fueled by greed and power, not justice." Just as Jesus overturned the tables of money changers in the temple, calling out corruption, the Pope is challenging world leaders to reject war profiteering and seek diplomacy instead. While war is a decision made by governments, peace begins with us. As followers of Christ, we are called to pray for world peace. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verses 1 and 2 say, "I urge, first of all, that petitions, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all those in authority, that we may live peaceful and quiet lives." We are also called to support humanitarian efforts. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 25 verse 35, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink." And of course, we must spread peace in our own communities. James chapter 3 verse 18 teaches, "Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness." If we truly want to follow Pope Francis's call to peace, we must embody the teachings of Christ in our daily lives, rejecting hate, violence, and division. Pope Francis's bold stance on global conflicts is a powerful reminder that as Christians we must be beacons of peace in a troubled world. The Bible has always taught that true victory is not found in war, but in faith, love, and unity. Matthew chapter 5 verse 44 reminds us, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." So what do you think? Should more world leaders listen to Pope Francis's call for diplomacy? Do you believe peace is still possible in today's world? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to BookiBiblically for more faith-based insights. Remember, the Word of God is our guide, and together we can spread the light of Christ in a world that desperately needs it. Until next time, stay blessed, stay BookiBiblically.